Dr. Emma Taylor stood frozen in the dimly lit alley. Her eyes locked on the menacing figure looming before her. The air was heavy with the scent of decay and corruption. A fitting backdrop for the sinister intentions that seemed to emanate from the man's very presence. Victor Vex, the wealthy and influential patriarch of the town's most powerful family, sneered at her with a malevolent grin. "You're a foolish woman, Emma," he spat, his voice dripping with malice. "You think you can uncover the secrets of this town and get away with it? I've been watching you, studying your every move. You're getting close to something you shouldn't be." Emma's heart pounded in her chest as she realized the true extent of Vex's knowledge. She had indeed been searching for the lost artifact, a relic rumored to hold the key to the town's dark past, but she had never imagined that Vex would catch wind of her quest. Undaunted, Emma stood her ground, her determination fueled by a burning desire for justice. She had always known that the town was hiding something, and she was determined to expose the truth. "I won't back down, Vex," she said, her voice steady despite the fear that threatened to consume her. "I'll keep searching for the artifact, no matter what you do to try and stop me." Vex's grin grew wider, his eyes glinting with amusement. "We'll see about that," he said, before turning to disappear into the shadows. Emma knew that she had to move quickly. She had been warned that Vex would stop at nothing to keep the town's secrets buried, and she had no doubt that he would send his goons to silence her. She made her way back to her small laboratory, her mind racing with the implications of Vex's threat. As she worked tirelessly to decipher the clues that would lead her to the artifact, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Days turned into weeks, and Emma's search became increasingly desperate. She scoured the town, following every lead, every hint, every rumor that might bring her closer to the artifact. But Vex's men were always one step ahead, lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce. Emma knew that she was running out of time, that Vex would eventually catch up with her, and when he did, she would be silenced forever. The night of the final confrontation arrived with a sense of inevitability. Emma had received a cryptic message, a map that supposedly led to the artifact. She knew it was a trap, but she had no choice. She had to see this through to the end. As she made her way to the designated location, she could feel Vex's men closing in around her. The air was thick with tension, the darkness seeming to pulse with an evil energy. The artifact lay before her, a glowing relic that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly power. But as she reached out to claim it, Vex's men emerged from the shadows, their guns drawn. Emma knew that she was beaten, that she would never escape the town alive. In a desperate bid to protect the artifact, she grabbed it and made a run for it, the men hot on her heels. The chase was intense, the streets blurring together as Emma sprinted for her life. She could hear the men closing in, their footsteps pounding the pavement. But she refused to give up, her determination fueled by a burning desire for justice. Just as all seemed lost, she saw a glimmer of hope, a narrow alleyway that might provide a temporary escape. She ducked into the alley, the men mere seconds behind. But as she emerged on the other side, she was met with a sight that made her heart sink. The laboratory, her life's work, was engulfed in flames. Vex's men had destroyed everything, leaving her with nothing. Emma felt a wave of despair wash over her. But as she looked down at the artifact clutched in her hand, she knew that she had been given a second chance. She would rebuild. She would start anew. And this time, she would make sure that justice was served. As she walked away from the burning laboratory, the artifact held tightly in her hand, Emma felt a sense of resolve wash over her. She had lost everything, but she had gained something far more valuable, a newfound sense of purpose. She would continue her quest for justice, no matter the cost, and she would make sure that Vex and his men would pay for their crimes. The darkness that had haunted the town for so long was about to be exposed, and Emma was ready to shine a light on it.